shows them the same love and loyalty in return. For the last 15 months, that is exactly what we have been doing. We are all finally putting America first. And we are seeing the incredible results. As a result of our massive tax cuts, and everybody is benefiting and everybody is happy. And the Democrats are very concerned. You watch how well we do in 18. You watch. Don't be complacent. Don't be complacent. You know, history says that when you win the presidency, you get complacent. We all know the feeling. Do you know the feeling? Not too many. Like 90% of the time, you win the presidency, and for whatever reason, you lose the midterm. We can't let that happen. And the word is complacent. You know, I kept thinking to myself, why is that? I wonder why. Think about it. You win. You have this great win. Now you take a breath. You relax. All of a sudden, 2 years is up. They're fighting like hell, and you're complacent. We cannot get complacent. We have to win the midterm. Yes. Yes. Because since the election, we've created 3.2 million jobs, unthought of. If we would have said that 3 years ago during the campaign, people would have said, what a horrible exaggeration. That's so terrible. They wouldn't have believed it. 3.2 million. The unemployment rate, you saw that just today, just fell beneath 4% for the first time since the beginning of this century. You know, I heard it was about 19 years. I said, wait a minute. The beginning of the century sounds better. So I say, the beginning of the century. More beautiful. African-American unemployment has reached another all-time in history record low. In history. And by the way, Kanye West must have some power, because you probably saw I doubled my African American poll numbers. We went from 11 to 22 in 1 week. Thank you. When I saw the number, I said there must be a mistake. How can that happen? Even the pollsters thought there must be a mistake. Now we've come a long way. You remember I'd come into big rooms, big audiences, and I'd say, what do you have to lose? Because the Democrats have always had that vote. They say, what do you have to lose? Horrible in crime, horrible in education, horrible on everything. I'd say, what do you have to lose? And they voted for me, and we won, but now the numbers are much higher than they ever were with African. With Hispanic American unemployment, which is also at the lowest level in history. Unemployment, lowest level in history. And women's unemployment, many women, is at the lowest level in almost 20 years. Think of that. So we have the best employment numbers we've virtually ever had. And yet, all we hear about is this phony Russia witch hunt. That's all we hear about. So, just when I'm walking on the stage, a highly respected judge in Virginia.
There are no highly respected judges in Virginia.
It says, Wall Street Journal, it says, judge questions Mueller's authority to prosecute Manafort. Yeah! Now, Paul Manafort's a nice guy, but know, he worked for me for a very short period of time, literally for, like, what, a couple of months? A little period of time. Then what happens? He worked for Ronald Reagan. He worked for Bob Dole. They worked, I think, as a firm for John McCain. They worked for others. Does anybody say that? No. But he's out there fighting on fake news CNN.
Very fake
I think
news.
NBC may be more distorted and worse. No, but on CNN, they have a headline. Judge in Manafort case says Mueller's aim is to hurt Trump. You believe that? This is what we're up. It's called The Witch Hunt. So I just said, give me that article. I want to read it. Just happened a few minutes before I walked on stage. A federal judge Friday questioned special counsel Robert Mueller's authority to bring tax and bank fraud charges unrelated. Nobody knows that. Everyone thinks, oh, unrelated to the 2016 election against former Trump campaign manager, Chairman Paul Manafort. He was there for a short while. But he's a good person. He is. I really believe he's a good person. Judge T.S. Ellis, who is really something very special, I hear, from many standpoints. He's a respected person. Suggested the charges before the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia were just part of the Mueller team's designs to pressure Mr. Manafort into giving up information on President Donald Trump or others in the campaign. I've been saying that for a long time. It's a witch hunt. Then, none of that information has to do with information related to the Russian government coordination and the campaign of Donald Trump. It doesn't have anything to do. It's from years before. Then, how does this have anything to do with the campaign, the judge asked. Let me tell you, folks, we're all fighting battles, but I love fighting these battles. Called for a rally in Washington, D.C. There wouldn't be enough room. There wouldn't be enough. We have a lot of love going on. You know, people don't realize we have great love going on in this country. Great love. It's right here. We have, and by the way, you just saw the recent poll. It came out, the Rasmussen, 51 or 52. It's the highest level I've ever been at. How does that happen when you only get bad publicity? How does that happen? That's because people realize that a lot of what you read and a lot of what you see on television is fake. They realize it.
Fake news, fake news.
So you have a battle also. You have a battle to keep your rights, and we're going to keep those rights. You're going to be so happy. You have to say it. You weren't sure that Trump was going to win, but you all went out there.
I knew it.
You all went out there and you voted.
I knew he was going to win.
And there were times they put up the Trump, Pence. There were times you say, gee, a week before they were saying, I remember they came out with a lot of phony polls. You know what that's called? Suppression.
Yeah.
They convince you that you're wasting your time. Why should you vote? Go to a movie instead, come home, watch the results. Very few of the people in this room and in this country did that. And we really had a big time. Remember they said, there's no way, electoral college, there's no way to 270, for me. There is no way to 270. And they were right. But 306 was okay. So, we had a great time, and I think we're doing better now than ever before. I think we're more popular now from the standpoint, now we've produced. You know, when I was running, I said we're going to give you tax cuts. And by the way, we are decimating Obamacare. We got a bad vote the evening. We got a bad vote the evening that we were going to terminate Obamacare. We got a bad vote. You know about that, right?
Rigged!
It's not a nice thing. That was unexpected.
It was rigged!
But if you look at the massive tax cut bill, we also got rid of the individual mandate, which is the worst part of it all. I don't know if the people in Texas are going to like this, but we also got Anwar in Alaska, so I don't know if you're going to like a little competition. But you know what it is? It's called energy for this country. So Ted, I think you're happy with that, I think, right? So we've delivered. And when we were running, I would say, we're going to this, we're going to that, we're going to that. A certain person that's not a very fair person in the media said, I have to say, Trump has actually delivered more than he promised, which is probably the first time people have ever heard that statement. We've actually delivered more than we promised. And let me just tell you this, we're really doing well with North Korea. We're really oh, it's going to be terrible. They were actually saying 3 months ago, when the rhetoric was rather sharp. Do we agree? I won't use the rhetoric now. Now I'm trying to calm it down a little bit. So I'm not going to use it.
You have a bigger button?
But let's put it he was using. I know you come from Texas, whoever the hell you are. Look, for years they've had this problem. And everybody has said sort of, oh, don't talk. Don't please don't. The last administration had a policy of silence. Don't talk. You may make them and him angry.
Oh, no.
Don't talk. If a horrible statement is made about the United States, don't say anything. We have no comment. Please, oh my God. Same thing with Iran. Remember? We're signing that horrible deal, and they're marching in the streets saying death to America. I said, who signs a deal when they're marching saying death to America?
When you're a traitor.
Who marches? They're saying death to America, and we have the former administration.
Traitor!
As
Lock him up!
By John Kerry. Not the best negotiator we've ever seen. He never walked away from the table.
He's a catch-up head.
Except to be in that bicycle race where he fell and broke his leg. I said, don't tell him you broke your leg. Just stay inside, say you don't want to negotiate. You'll make a bunch more. But he broke his leg. And I learned from that. At 73 years old, you never go into a bicycle race. I'm not 73, he was. Okay. But I'll be there. But we have great things going on. And, you know, with respect to North Korea, remember how strong it was? And they were saying, this is going to be nuclear war. We're going to have it. No. You know what gets you nuclear war? Weakness gets you nuclear war. So let's talk about guns, shall we? Paris, France has the toughest gun laws in the world. The president just left Washington. Emmanuel, great guy. Nobody has guns in Paris, nobody.